How's it going, horror fans? This is your favorite horror geek, Joby Snyder, and I am going to talk about a film today that I was very disappointed with. First off, I want to say that I absolutely love the original I Know What You Did Last Summer and its sequel, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. And I was actually not upset with I Always Know What You Did Last Summer, which really didn't have anything to do with the first two films. Um, but right now we are talking about the 2025 horror film I Know What You Did Last Summer, and this is a straight sequel to the first two films. I went to the theaters to see this. I was super pumped. I was super excited. And I just left so disappointed. And I want to talk about it. Disclaimer, if you haven't seen this film, I'm going to have some spoilers in this review. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you leave this video, watch the film, and then if you want to come back, you can come back. But just very quickly, I want to talk about how the plot, they tried to take from the original and give us what we seen, and it just didn't work. I was really upset with our new characters, the young people that get into the accident and do a terrible thing and decide that they're going to keep it a secret. I didn't connect with any of them. I wasn't worried about them. I didn't feel for them. Not like I did in the original I Know What You Did Last Summer. We felt for Julie and Barry and Ray and Helen. We felt for them. We were connected with them. I was not connected with these characters at all. I was very, very disappointed in the kills. Unfortunately, I can't give you a favorite kill or even my least favorite kill because they were not rememberable. They didn't stand out. They were just quick, and we get some gory moments, but nothing like we did in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, which I think gave us a lot more gore than the original did and this one did. The kills were just really mediocre, and there wasn't anything to write home about. I wanted more of Julie and Ray. I think it was really, really great that Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. came back to reprise their roles as Julie and Ray, but they were just side characters, and I think that they were so important characters in the first two films that the story would have been better if we focused on Julie and Ray a little bit more. They were just there for stardust, I guess, just to make an appearance. They didn't really. I don't want to say they didn't really matter, but it was just. I wanted more of them. I wanted, those were the characters I was familiar with. Now, I wouldn't mind getting to new characters too. Of course, it's a new movie, it's a new decade, so we're going to have new characters. That would have been fine, but I would have liked it to focus more on Julie and Ray. Sarah Michelle Gellar, that plays Helen, does a cameo in this. When one of the characters is having a dream or something, and Helen shows up. I see what they were trying to do. I think it's really cool that Sarah Michelle Gellar came back for a cameo, but it wasn't needed. It just kind of made it a little corny. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I love her in the original film, and I think it was really great that she showed up, but it kind of didn't need it. It just didn't need that part, I feel. The reveal of the killer was disappointing, but then something does happen that that I wasn't expecting, and it could have been cool, but it was over the top, and it really didn't feel right. It felt like they were trying to pull a twist on us, and it just didn't work. I would have much rather it gone a different way than what it did. It seems like it could be a good twist, but the way it was performed and everything, it just wasn't great. Um, and then my other thing that I just was taken back from, like, at the end of this movie, I'm not going to give any spoilers on who the killer is. I don't want to ruin that. I want you to watch it and see for yourself. But there is a hidden scene at the end of the movie where the credits go. There's a hidden scene where Brandy shows up in her living room as Carla. Brandy's character Carla was in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and she survived. They bring her in for a very small portion of. It's a very small scene. It's at the end of the movie. She's in it. She's Carla. Jennifer Love Hewitt's character Julie shows up to her house, and she's like, "We have a problem," and Brandy's like, "Kitty, we gotta fuck up now." And honestly, I want to love it because I love Brandy. I loved Brandy, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Loved her. Um, I don't understand what they were trying to do. I feel like if you're going to bring Brandy back, she should have been in the entire movie. Like, just a 30-second cameo of her character being in it. We didn't need that. She was a main character in the sequel. She survived the sequel. So the fact that she agreed to even do this scene doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you write Carla in the whole script and give us these characters? Julie, Ray, Carla, like, it just didn't make any sense why she was a hidden scene, like a surprise. She should have been a part of the cast. She should have been a part of the story. I think that it would have been so much better if it focused on Julie and Ray, and even the new cast focused on them too, and then give us Carla as well, and have a story about how they've been living the past several years that I Still Know What You Did Last Summer came out. I was so disappointed in this movie. They hyped it up so much, and I was so excited. I got my ticket, I got my drink, my popcorn, and I went in the theater, and I was just like, not exactly what I was hoping it would be. I really do believe that I Know What You Did Last Summer and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer are fun popcorn movies. You can sit down on a Tuesday afternoon and pop one of those in and watch it with a friend and not get bored and see it 1,000 times and just really enjoy having it on the television. This is not a movie. I'm not going to watch this again. I've seen it once and I'm good. I'm not going to put this in again. If I'm going to watch Know What You Did Last Summer, I'm watching the original and its sequel. So yeah, guys, that is my opinion and how I feel about this movie. But don't take my word for it. I highly recommend you go watch I Know What You Did Last Summer and create your own opinion. And if you don't like this one and you haven't seen the originals, go watch I Know What You Did Last Summer and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. They're great films. They're fantastic. And until next time, my horror fans, stay scared, stay safe, and happy watching.